check this thing out. The new Toro 4000 series, and it is exclusively at Main Street Mower just for the moment. We have one in the building, and this might be the first video put out by anybody other than Toro on the 4000 series. So please stay tuned, check it out. You're gonna see us mow with it. We're gonna walk around it. You're gonna see all things about it. I had to immediately just go mow with it before I even talked about it, because this is like the highly coveted, the highly awaited 4000 series. 4000 series! This is a whole new frame, a whole new setup, a whole new style of mower for Toro, and it is crazy. It is kind of like this new era of Toro where they are adding horsepower to some of these mowers that, not that they were ever inadequately powered, but people want more power. You want to be able to mow a field like this. This is a gnarly field. This grass ain't your normal grass. This isn't St. Augustine. This is some gnarly African plain, I don't know. I don't even know if you were an animal, if you could eat this. This stuff's so hardy. But this mower cut it with ease, cut it like a laser, and it shot it out. It did a good job. Really, I'm just kind of speechless right now. Guys, this mower, I'm not gonna have it very long. We're gonna hopefully get some more at the end of December. This is a mower that's just coming out, and I was just allowed to look at it today only. So this is quite literally a quick video on this. This is the new 4000 series. This is the new high horsepower, high output Toro series of mower. They are literally trying to make a mower that is made just for people who want a ton of power, right? And this is a new frame, new hydro setup. They're not going with Parkers on this. They're going with Hydro Gear. This one has 4,400 Hydro Gears on it. They have fans and all those things. They do have a nice subframe they built on it. They also offer it with a 5,400 Hydro Gear. So that's another, it's a different transaxle option. Always in the past on the commercial Toros, you've seen Parker pumps, you know, the 12cc, the 18 or 16cc. This is a totally different setup. They went with a totally different transaxle. So it's really cool to see Toro just continuing to innovate like they always do. The deck is a turbo force deck, but it's kind of a special turbo force deck. It's made for kind of some high output stuff, has some less baffling underneath here. It's a little less complicated. There's no option for changing it from wet to dry. It does have the two supports for your anti-scalp wheels, but they're a little bit thinner. They've kind of made certain things slightly lighter, maybe less thick in some ways on certain parts of it, and they've beefed up some things on certain parts of it. This frame is a different type of tube. It has a different types of fork supports, and Toro says it's all stronger, it's all beefier, it's all made heavier duty. It looks so much different. The looks are radical. They have a huge engine compartment now, and they have up to 31 horsepower options for this mower. It does have the same new style spindles that you're used to now, the newer style on the new Toros, which are very similar to the Exmart spindles, but this has a different type of bearing race. It has 24 12/12 tires. Come on! It's got solid front wheels. The 4000 series is gonna be the best bang for your buck zero turn as far as I want a lot of power, I gotta cut grass. Is it gonna last as long as a 6000? Time will tell. They still have a 5000 series and a 6000 series, and they're redoing those as we speak, and they're gonna be a little bit different. But this is kind of setting off the new commercial class of mower for Toro with the 4000 series, with the higher horsepower range, but still with the cut quality of the turbo force deck. But they also have saved weight and saved cost on certain little parts and aspects of it, keeping this mower affordable and powerful for all you landscapers out there. I hope you get to see more content on these soon. I hope we get it back in our shop. But let's take a quick tour around it and look at some of the different aspects up close and personal. Check this out. Look at this I-beam type construction. It's like box steel. They got a bumper on here. They got nice rubber skid plates on it. They have solid front wheels on it. They do have the dual anti-scalp wheels. They're protected on, they're supported on both sides. It is a turbo force deck, so it still cuts well, but there are different baffles underneath there, so they're trying a little bit different, I don't know, cut style, but it's doing a really good job. I mean, this is the worst grass ever. I mean, this is not like Kentucky bluegrass. This isn't St. Augustine. This isn't Bahia. This is like from the devil, crazy crap. And it cut it like a champ. So I would love to see it on some good grass because that predator just absolutely destroy it. So here is on top of the deck. You still got that nice beefy spring I like seeing. They got the spindles that we're used to. They have their same idler pulley. So a lot of these components are the same. The idler arm assembly looks a little different. It's not cast, it's made out of steel. Looks like it's cut out. But overall, the deck looks the same, or mostly the same, which excites me because I loved the deck before. Because you never know, when you get a new model, it's a little scary. I hope they did it justice. I hope they did it right. I hope they held their standards. I hope they did the same things that we love about Toro. And this seems like they did, and it is kind of makes me like nervous because some things are different, but they seem good. And I trust Toro, and I believe that they've done a good job. Here's the new brake. It's on the opposite side. They've always had it on the right side, and it has a really long throw. So that's something, I was like reaching on the right side. Where's the brake? Where's the brake? Where's the brake? It was on the left side. I'm like, oh, that's weird. They went with the new style PTO switch, which I like. It's been working out great on the grandstands. The new toggle style. That's a good switch. I think it works really well. They have a different deck height. It's just a little simpler than the old 3000 series that we're used to. You pull your pin, you drop it in your height, has a magnet in it. That's how you release it. That's how you knot. It's simple, but it seems that it works, so I'm cool with that. It has a suspension seat. You dial your weight in. Don't look at mine. Just kidding. You have your standard square tubing roll bar. You have a lot of room to work on this thing. I think my mechanics are going to really appreciate that. You have your normal drain hose. This is a 26 horse option. It does come all the way up to 31 horse option. And these are 4,400 pumps, and it comes with an option for 5,400 pumps. So there's going to be different classes of the 4000 series. This is the Pro. But there's going to be even higher classes than the Pro. Here's some nice tie down points for you, for your trailer. It does look like they made it easy to work on. Like I was just looking at how to replace a dampener. That's the hydraulic that softens your steering. And they did a nice job of cutting out holes in your frame so you have access to all those little things. It does look like you have a lot of access to the engine, which is really nice. The hydraulics, the way they hooked up the steering linkages, it seems very simple. Not complicated. It's just a rod down to a pivot point and another rod. And I love when they do that kind of stuff. It makes things just make sense. They work well. You don't need to overcomplicate them. And that's kind of what I think about when I think of the 4000. They've kind of undercomplicated, if that's a term, right? They've simplified certain aspects of their mower. They made them the things they needed to keep beefy, they kept beefy. The things that they could compromise on and make it a little bit lighter duty so they could save costs, they've done that. And then they added more horsepower, which is what you guys want, and they just made the machine a little simpler. So interesting. Toro's gone, a totally different direction that I did not expect, and I think it's a great new change in their lineup. It's going to plug a hole that they've needed for a long time. It's going to be the high horsepower, big bang for your buck mower that is going to help landscapers like you, most of all, be able to mow those big properties with that high horsepower, be able to mow fields like this with some gnarly grass, and you're not gonna have bog down problems. You're not gonna have these issues where, man, I wish I had a little more power, because you're gonna have it. So the 4000 series is gonna meet all those little needs, all those little complaints, meet those little things you guys have been wanting. And I'm excited for the new relationship with Hydro Gear on these larger pumps. I'm interested to see what that looks like over time. Everything felt good. It still felt like a Toro. It didn't feel like some other brand that uses Hydro Gears. It didn't feel like anything else. It felt like a Toro still. Like the way their steering worked still worked really good. It was still creamy. I really enjoyed mowing with it. I really enjoyed just getting to know it a little bit and getting some time in the seat. Guys, if you haven't checked out the 4000 yet, go to a dealer, check them out. Guys, if you're in Central Florida and you want to demo one, come on by Main Street Mower. By now, we might have them in stock. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe, push the like button. Come on, Main Street Mower out. 4000 in the building. Come on.